The chandelier cast warm light over the mahogany dining table where 12 of our closest friends sat, champagne glasses raised in celebration of Nathan's promotion to regional director. I smiled at my husband of 7 years, watching him bask in congratulations and praise. His hand rested casually on my shoulder. Possessive, confident. He looked like a man who had everything, and he did, or at least, he thought he did. Then, the doorbell rang. "I'll get it," Nathan said, rising quickly. Too quickly. His face had paled in a way that made my heart, which had been breaking for 3 months, skip with grim anticipation. I heard the door open. I heard voices. One confused, one panicked. Then Nathan returned to the dining room. His expression was a mask of forced calm, but behind him came a woman I recognized from my extensive research, Vanessa Hartley, 26, marketing analyst from Nathan's Chicago office. She was blonde, pretty in a fresh-faced way, and she was holding a baby. "I'm so sorry to interrupt," Vanessa said, her voice shaking as all 12 faces turned toward her. "But Nathan, we need to talk. About Cameron, about your son." The silence in the room was absolute. You could hear the antique clock ticking in the hallway. You could hear someone's sharp intake of breath. You could hear Nathan's panicked breathing. "I don't know what you're talking about," Nathan stammered, but his face told a different story. It went from pale to grey. "Sophia, this is some kind of mistake." I set down my wine glass with perfect composure. My hands didn't shake. My voice didn't waver. Inside, I was screaming. But I'd learned 3 months ago that power comes from control, not emotion. "Is it?" I asked quietly. "Is it a mistake, Nathan? Or is this Cameron? The baby boy born 7 months ago in Chicago. The baby whose birth certificate I've already seen. The one listing you as the father." The room erupted in gasps, but the look on Nathan's face? That was the moment. The realization that I wasn't shocked, I wasn't surprised. I had orchestrated every single second of this. To understand why I destroyed my husband in front of everyone we knew, we have to go back 3 months. I was loading the dishwasher after dinner. Nathan was upstairs in the shower. His phone was on the counter, and it buzzed. Normally, I wouldn't have looked. But for 2 weeks, he'd been guarding that phone like it was the nuclear launch codes, face down, taking calls in the garage. My intuition was screaming. I looked at the screen, a text preview. "Cameron is teething so badly. I'm exhausted. When are you coming back?" Cameron. We didn't know a Cameron. We didn't have children, a sore spot in our marriage, because Nathan kept saying not yet, claiming he needed to focus on his career. But apparently, someone named Cameron was teething. My hands froze on a dirty plate. The shower was still running. I had 3 minutes. I tried his passcode, our anniversary. It didn't work. He'd changed it. That told me everything I needed to know. But I was thorough. I walked to his home office. His computer was still awake. He'd forgotten to close his email. I searched the name Cameron, and there it was. Not just an affair, a life. A year-long digital trail with Vanessa Hartley. Emails about hotels, secret meetings, declarations of love. And then, 9 months prior, the email. "I'm pregnant. We need to talk." Followed by Nathan's response. "Let me handle this. Sophia doesn't need to know yet. I'll tell her when the time is right." He never told me. He just started taking more business trips to Chicago. He missed my birthday for a client meeting. He missed our anniversary for an emergency presentation. He was playing house with his other family. The shower turned off upstairs. I had 60 seconds. I didn't smash the computer. I didn't scream. I forwarded key emails to my personal account, deleted the sent history, closed the browser. I walked back to the kitchen and resumed loading the dishwasher. When Nathan came down, smelling of soap, he kissed my cheek. "What's for breakfast?" "I have that flight to Chicago at 10. Eggs and toast," I said calmly. "Have a good trip." That night, lying next to the man I thought I knew, I made a decision. I wasn't going to give him the chance to gaslight me. I wasn't going to let him hide assets. I was going to build a case so airtight that when the truth came out, he would have nowhere to hide. The next morning, I called in sick and found a lawyer. Diane Wu. She was a shark who specialized in hidden assets. Do you want a divorce? She asked me. Yes, I said. But I want to do it right. Diane gave me my marching orders. Document everything. Verify paternity. Secure financial records. For the next few weeks, I became a detective in my own home. When Nathan was away, I raided his file cabinet with surgical precision. I found credit card statements showing charges at baby stores in Chicago, receipts for a monthly hotel suite, and the smoking gun, a folder labeled personal, containing ultrasound photos and handwritten love letters from Vanessa. I photographed everything. Diane was impressed. Your husband is going to have a very difficult time in court, she said. Fathering a secret child while denying his wife children. A judge will destroy him. But legal victory wasn't enough. I wanted accountability. I wanted the people who enabled him, the people who thought he was the perfect guy, to see the truth. That's when I had the idea for the dinner party. Nathan got his promotion 6 weeks later. He wanted to celebrate. Let's have a dinner party, I suggested. Invite everyone. He loved the idea. He had no idea he was signing his own death warrant. I invited 12 of our closest friends and family. But I also made one more call. I found Vanessa's number and bought a burner phone. Vanessa. My name is Sophia. I'm Nathan's wife. The silence on the line was heavy. I know about Cameron, I told her. He told you he was going to leave me, right? That he was waiting for the right time? Yes, she whispered. He's been lying to both of us. I said, he's still sleeping in my bed. He's planning our future. He has no intention of leaving. I want the truth to come out, and I want you to help me. Why would I help you? She asked. Because your son deserves a father who acknowledges him publicly. Not a secret visitor. She agreed. Back in the dining room, the air was sucked out of the room. Nathan was cornered. Sophia, please, he begged. Can we talk privately? No, I said. Anything you have to say, you can say in front of everyone. In front of your wife, and the mother of your child. Our friend Tyler spoke up. Nathan, man, is this true? It's complicated. It's simple, I interrupted. Nathan has been having an affair for a year. Vanessa had his baby 7 months ago, and he's been using our joint account to pay for it. I have emails, I continued, listing off the evidence like I was reading a grocery list. Receipts, photos, text messages. My lawyer has copies of all of it. My sister, Amanda, walked over and put her arm around me. Get out, Nathan, she said. This is Sophia's house. Actually, I corrected. It is my house. My parents bought it before we married. Nathan just lives here. Nathan looked at me with wild eyes. You planned this. You knew. I've known for 3 months. I said. Every time you lied about a business trip. Every time you kissed me goodbye. I knew. Vanessa, standing by the door with the baby, looked heartbreakingly young. This is my fault, she said softly. I knew he was married. No, I told her. Nathan is the one who took vows. Not you. The party dispersed quickly. No one said goodbye to Nathan. The social rejection was immediate. When we were alone, me, Nathan, Vanessa, and the baby, I made coffee. It was surreal. Sit down, I told Vanessa. I can't believe you did this, Nathan muttered, head in his hands. You had a year to tell the truth, Nathan. You chose not to. I turned to Vanessa. Does he support you? He pays my rent, she admitted, from business expenses. That's fraud, I said to Nathan, and we'll be recovering those funds in the divorce. I handed Vanessa my lawyer's card. Diane will represent you pro bono for child support. You need legal protection. Nathan owes that boy a father, not a check in the mail. Nathan looked at me like I was an alien. You're destroying me, and you're helping her. I'm forcing you to be a decent human being, I said. Pack a bag, Nathan. I want you out tonight. He tried to plead with me one last time before he left. I love you, Sophia. We can work through this. You don't love me, I said. You love the stability I provide. You wanted the wife at home and the girlfriend in Chicago. You wanted everything without consequences. Well, here are the consequences. After he left, I sat in the silent house. I didn't feel happy, I felt empty, but I also felt free. The next morning, the divorce papers were served to him at his office. Everyone saw. He called me. Furious. You humiliated me at work. You humiliated me for a year. I replied. We're even. The divorce process was brutal but short. Because of the evidence I'd gathered, he had no defense. I got the house. I got 60% of our assets. I got spousal support. Nathan got his car, a smaller bank account, and a mandated child support schedule for Cameron. I started redecorating the house immediately. I painted over the beige walls he liked. I bought new furniture. I erased him from the space. It took time to heal. But the strangest part of the story wasn't the divorce, it was what happened with Vanessa. We kept in touch. It started as checking in on the legal stuff, but it turned into a genuine, albeit weird, friendship. I went to Cameron's first birthday party. You helped make sure his father supports him, Vanessa said. You deserve to be here. 3 years later, I ran into Nathan at a coffee shop. He looked older. Humbled. I'm in therapy, he told me. I'm trying to be a better dad to Cameron. That's good, I said. And I meant it. I didn't hate him anymore. I just felt indifferent. I met a man named Christopher. He was a teacher. Kind. Honest. We took it slow. You're guarded, he told me once. I'm careful, I corrected. There's a difference. 8 years after the dinner party, Vanessa got married to a wonderful guy. I attended the wedding with Christopher. Cameron, now 9 years old, came up to me. Aunt Sophia, he said. My dad says you're the bravest person he knows. It was a strange loop. The man who betrayed me was now teaching his son to respect me. 10 years later, I wrote a book about my experience. From betrayal to strength. It became a bestseller. Women from all over the country wrote to me, saying my story gave them the courage to leave bad marriages, to protect themselves financially, to stop being victims. 15 years later, Nathan sent me a letter. His father had passed away, and he was reflecting on his life. You were right, he wrote. You were right to destroy the life I was living. It was built on lies. Getting caught was the best thing that ever happened to me, because it forced me to become a real person. I didn't respond. I didn't need to. 35 years have passed since that dinner party. I'm sitting on my porch now. Christopher is inside playing with our grandson. My daughter, Amelia, who I had with Christopher, is grown and happy. And just last week, I got a call from Cameron. He's 35 now, the same age Nathan was when he blew up our lives. Mum told me the whole story, Cameron said. About the dinner party, about how you helped her. I just wanted to say thank you. Looking back, people always ask if I regret the public confrontation. If it was too harsh. And I tell them this. Nathan tried to destroy me with his betrayal. He thought I would crumble. Instead, he gave me the greatest gift of my life. He forced me to become strong. He forced me to demand better. That was the ultimate revenge. Not his suffering, but my happiness. Not his destruction, but my reconstruction. The doorbell rang that night and ended my life as I knew it. But it was also the beginning of the life I was actually meant to live. That was the story of Sophia, a masterclass in turning pain into power. If you enjoyed this story, please hit that like button and subscribe for more. And let me know in the comments, would you have handled the dinner party differently? Or did Nathan get exactly what he deserved? See you in the next video.